What's up, YouTube? It's your boy DR2727. Shout out to my Transformers collectors, 1/12 scale collector, whatever you collect, shout out to you.
Video is
And
fans
this,
towards KO's the competition. And off the heels of this KO Cyclonus being released, we're gonna just talk about who is fans towards real competition, who they need to be worried about, who they don't need to be worried about. And we're just gonna talk a few companies here. So let's go on and get started. First and foremost, I think that when we say competition and fans toys, everybody always jumps to x-transbots. And I think that fans toys on the worry meet on a scale of 1 to 10, how worried they should be about x-transbots. They should be like a 2 worried about x-transbots. X-transbots does not make the quality. They just don't command that present fans toys commands. And we've talked about this. You can look no further than the Perceptor Wars, right? I did a video on that. You can look at Jansen versus Tesla 2.0, and Jansen being less, coming with more stuff, didn't stop fans towards sales. So like, I think that's all we need to say about these transbots. They can keep stay in their lane. They can keep making whatever type of figures they make. If you like them, you win. I think they suck, but ultimately they aren't a threat to fans toys because fans toys is still releasing, still selling out. Blase this, blase woo that. So it's transbots. People want them to be competition to fans toys, but they're not competition to fans toys. So the next thing we're going to talk about is this KO that we saw, and I know everybody's been ablaze about it. Who's knocking off fans toys? I've heard several conspiracy theories that we're going to talk about. And I want to start off by saying this. I don't think that KO will be get released. I think that's just a whole bunch of smoke and huff and puff. But I do think that there is an appetite for KO because everybody want fans toys to lower their prices, right? And to be real, what business is going to lower their prices when they're doing as good as fans toys is doing? And so in this community, which is notoriously cheap, people want to get it for yesterday's price. But the saying is yesterday's price isn't today's price. That's what the young kids say nowadays. And I think that the community needs to wrap their head around it. And doing the KO does more harm than good. So, and I say that to say because look at Takara. Takara has gotten, when you think of getting KO'd, Takara, Hasbro, the main line is the main thing you think of when they get KO'd. And then the MP scale, when things get KO'd, you see that Takara has increased price, decreased quality, and decreased being prolific, right? And if you think about that, that makes a lot of sense, right? Like if people are just saying, I'll just wait for the KO, they see this stuff just like everybody else see this stuff. So if they know the community is just has an attitude of I'll just wait for the KO, why would I put my best foot forward in my product? I'll just because people are going to get the KO for the cheaper price. I can't charge the cheaper price. I won't charge the cheaper price. So I'm just going to release this. I'm just going to do just good enough to keep my core fans intact, but not good enough to get new fans. And I think that that's the threat of fans towards right. Like fans towards, you know, what they would do is just decrease the quality, right? Or increase the price, something to keep their same kind of bottom line as they include competition with the KOs. So like x-transbots, the people who are gonna buy x-transbots, a lot of them still explore fans towards figures. But this group of, hey, I'll just wait for the KO, they're dangerous to everybody because they are going to wait. And Cyclonus came out in 2018, right? So, like, the figure's 4 years old, and this, I know it's a whole new wave of collectors, blase this, blase that. But I think that for as more collectors leave into this game, I think there's some leaving this game, just life responsibilities, whatever the reason. And so I don't think that the trade-off of re-releasing, keep re-releasing is enough benefit to, satisfy the collectors that are coming in. And so I think that fans toys shouldn't be re-releasing. And when I come back and spin it to this KO, I think that what's happening is one of the theories I've heard is that it's just x-transbots playing games with fans toys because fans toys released, they're talking about Quietus once x-transbots said they're going to repaint Quietus. I don't believe in that. A second theory I heard was that fans toys is just trying to KO themselves to get rid of empty stock. I don't believe in that because fans toys, because they said the price of this KO was what, 85 US dollars. Fans toys could sell theirs for double that and pretty much sell out, right? In today's world, they could sell their Quietus for 160 and pretty much sell the rest of that stock. So I don't believe that theory either. I do think that there is a legitimate somebody got a hold of something or reverse engineered it, and that's a threat to fans toys. And I think that what fans toys did was very smart by saying, hey, if you sell this, you won't ever sell our products again. And I think that when you have a real strong brand, that's what you have to do. And people are getting butthurt saying fans towards are bullies or, they're doing the wrong thing. No, that's what you do as a business. You leverage the power you have. KO. If somebody has had some KO Jordans And Nike's gonna go to Champs, Foot Locker, all them and say, if you sell this, you will never sell a Nike product again. What do you think Foot Locker's gonna do? They're not gonna touch that because they know how much and how popular Nike is, and that's the same thing. That's the same card Fans Toys can pull. We have a very strong brand. We have a very strong reputation. You sell this product, you would not sell any one of our products again. And as you see, there are toy stores popping all around. If TF Source won't sell it, Chosen Prime will, Shozy will, Bob's Toy Stores will. There's always somebody willing to sell the best, arguably the best, I think the best MP toy maker in the game. So they have that foot to stand on, and they have that leg to stand on. And I think that actually makes more sense than what x-transbots did when x-transbots had a KO situation. X-transbots lowered the price, and basically they beat the KO by lowering the price, but I think it lowered the expectation with that breakdown too. Because once they started with that low price, as you see, the price gradually went up and up and up. And finally, when the trailer came out, people were kind of complaining. And when you see everything, a lot of the complaints, it was about the price, because they had set that expectation at $50 or whatever it was to kill the KO. And in killing that KO, they didn't think about, hey, they're setting the expectation for the customer. And the customer was thinking it's gonna be so much quality, so much premium, blase this, blase that, at a outstanding price. But let's be real, that wasn't gonna consistently happen. So they had to raise their prices to, recoup the losses from killing the KO. So I think that x-transbots handled it one way, lowering the price. I think the Fans Toys handled it another way. You won't sell our products. And I think that the good thing about Fans Toys, what they're doing again, like I said, is that them doing that doesn't change quality, doesn't change prices, doesn't change user expectation or customer expectation. And I think that when you have a really strong brand, this is the thing to do. And lastly, I think about this KO, I said I don't think it'll be made. I think it's ultimately, not even because they said the stuff they said, I think that what's gonna happen is that with the die cast, with the paint, with the build quality, those things, I think that that's what sets Fans Toys apart. I think that that's what the KO is gonna have a hard time of replicating. So they may have something, and I'm sure for $80 somebody will buy it, but it won't be Fans Toys quality. So and I think that the person who would buy the KO isn't the person who's gonna buy Fans Toys products anyway. So I think that a combination of what you're gonna get and them strong arming people like they should, I think that's gonna limit how far this KO project goes. And the final competition I want to talk about, and this is the one Fans Toys really needs to be worried about, is Deformation Space. And I say that really for one reason. If Deformation Space has this alliance with Shozy, and Shozy basically can get their products first and sell them basically at cost almost, then that's really what can hurt Fans Toys. You saw it with the Seekers. Shozy, I remember people saying Shozy had the Seekers, a month, 2 months. People in the United States had it in hand before the toy retailers in the United States even had it. So that's one advantage. Shozy has that kind of working agreement with Deformation Space. That can be a true thorn in the side for Fans Toys, because I think the Deformation Space, I think one, they make a solid product. And it's funny, yesterday everybody wanted x-transbots to be kind of the person who knocks Fans Toys off the throne. Now everybody done kind of threw x-transbots to the side in that space, and now Deformation Space is the one who can knock Fans Toys off that throne, which is so funny to me how the community operates. But neither here nor there. I think that them having that allegiance with Shozy, meaning that they get the product first and they get the product at a discounted price, I think that can be a thorn in Fans Toys side, because Shozy makes a really good product. And if they're selling using the blaster, if it's $199, American retailers are getting it for, and that's all American retailers. So it's not just a TL Source thing. Everybody's getting it at $199. If Shozy can sell something that United States is selling for $199 at what, 30% off, 35% off at $140, then of course the community is going to flock to that. And if Deformation Space can keep being prolific, which they haven't really been prolific, they just did this is their second mold, even though I know the Seekers are recolored, but like they haven't really been that prolific. But if they get prolific and can keep up the quality from the Seekers, and Shozy can sell it for a cheaper price and get it early, I think that that's a real true thorn in the side of Fans Toys. So yeah, that's basically what I want to just talk about. Who's Fans Toys competition, what will happen with this KO situation, and why Fans Toys needs to watch out for Deformation Space. Thank you guys for watching as always, and let me know your thoughts in the comments.